Okay, guys, we're back. We're going to talk more about short stories. In the first part, I talked about the first book I wrote, which was I was prompted to write these stories and where those ideas came from. But the first 11 ideas came from the collaboration with my friends. So the last 9 in that book, I went to a waitress I worked with and asked her for the next 9 things on her mind. Um, and that's where I got those. And like I said before, that can be really fun. You can talk to your friends or whatever, ask them, hey, give me the next word or next phrase that comes to your mind, and you can have a lot of fun with that. But those are not the only ways to get your prompts or come up with ideas for prompts. One of the coolest ideas I've had, and I'm working on this idea right now, is last year I was at a fair where they had a stand for local authors, and I had a gentleman come up to the stand, and he looked at my short story books, and I explained them, and he just looked at me, he goes, I like trucks, and walked away. And me and the other author that were there just kind of looked at each other, and we joked about it the rest of the day. And then one of them said, you should do a prompted series on trucks. And I'm like, that's a great idea. So I've been looking through the internet, came up with 20 pictures of all different kind of trucks. Some of them are cartoons, some of them are military, all different kind of trucks. And I'm using the picture of a truck to as a prompt to write a story. So looking at the truck, coming up with ideas for a story, and that's a fun way you can do. You can do trucks, you can do scenery, you can do anything like that. Any pictures you want to use, and look at it and come up with a story that can go along with that picture. So that can be another interesting, fun way to come up with prompts. Another thing that I want to do, and I have not started doing yet, I took a class on writing, and I went to a whole weekend thing. And so one of the classes I was able to take was prompted by music. And what the instructor did was just played a small part of like a instrumental piece. And based on what you heard, like whatever words you came to mind while you were listening to it, is what you used as prompts to write a story. So that's another way you can do that. So it doesn't always have to be one word or a short phrase. You can use a lot of different things to give you prompts to write a story. The most recent book that I have out, it's a biblical, so I used 20 phrases that Jesus has said in the Bible and used modern stories to explain them. So that's why it's called I Was Prompted by Jesus. And that book turned out really, really fun. It followed one particular pastor as he helped his congregation in the small town that he lived in. So, that's another way you can use prompts. My book, I Was Prompted by Trump, I took phrases that Trump has said and use them to create short stories that have nothing to do with Trump. It's just to show you can take anything, be creative, and come up with something new. So there's a lot of different ways you can use prompts to create stories or help you create stories. You just got to have fun with it, and I'm sure there are more ways than what I have suggested. Check them out and see what seems fun to you. Um, I would think pictures of animals would be another fun one to do. So just keep working on it, guys. And I'm sure the short stories anyone would come up with are going to be great. Everyone has their own writing style, and you should enjoy what you're doing. So if you're looking to get started writing, I highly recommend starting with some short stories and see what genres you like to write in, and have a good time with it, guys. And thanks again for listening. God bless. Have a good day, and we'll talk to you all again soon.